Hello. Let's test everything. So let me go live on Instagram also. So first of all, if you can hear me well and you can see me, put number 6 in the chat. Great, amazing. And inform everybody you love that I started, because today is more practical. We understood some theories in the last 10x Super live. Today it's going to be practical. Thank you, Zumia. So for the people who joined on Instagram, go to my last story. I put the link, the Zoom link, so you can join and watch with the PowerPoint workshop. Okay, so go to my last story on Instagram. I put the link of the Zoom link. Let's start also with which country you're watching from. There's familiar names I know here. Santa Soraya, I don't know you. Welcome. Lebanon, Santo Domingo, Lebanon, Algeria, Dominican Republic. Nice. Santa Soraya. That's a nice name. Okay. Nice to meet you, Santa. So I have to say that as a Grant Cardone licensee, I am licensed to do workshops, trainings, especially I can deliver them. It's not included in his university. It's not included. You cannot get it. So one of those trainings are this 10x Super Live. But to deliver, I have to rewatch. I have to watch those trainings and prepare myself so I can do those trainings. And every Sunday, I am watching whatever I'm gonna deliver. I can tell you what I really felt today. I want to share it to you guys. What I really felt that this 10x Super Live training, I just wish I watched it. I knew about it. I had this knowledge when I started my personal development journey at the age of 26. I wish somebody gave me this training when I was 16. Now, maybe I wouldn't have applied it, but at least I would have had the knowledge, what's right and what's wrong. I wish I had somebody come and tell me, hey, you want to have a 10x Super Life? Well, as a kid, I would be like, yeah. I wish somebody just told me, even though maybe I know I would have applied at that time. But it would have given me a shortcut of how to manage all the areas of my life. And we talked about this in the first two parts, the 7 areas. Who remembers the 7 areas? If you don't know the 7 areas, there's a big issue here, okay? We have a problem. So if you can put the 7 in the chat, 7 areas of your life, you can go back to your notes, because you have to really 10x those 7 areas in your life. Again, for the people who are watching on Instagram, just go to my last story. I put the Zoom link. You can watch on Zoom, so you can see the PowerPoint also. So who remembers the 7 areas? All right. Until you type it, let me go to the PowerPoint. Before that, I have great announcements. So first of all, I have to announce that as this might be the last Sunday call for February, February this year, 2023, is very special for me. It will be always, I will always repeat that I started in February my officially my launching my coaching and as a licensee of Grant Cardone Career, I started to have students that I'm coaching, students that are watching the Grant Cardone University daily. And it's so amazing the feedback that I'm getting by just the first month and the wins. Some people who already have a business, who already are self-employed, who already are selling something in just less than a month, they have amazing results. So I'm just blessed that I took this decision, because I knew personally I will help many people in many different fields, in many different careers you are in, to really win and 10x your results. Yes, and I'm specifically talking about your son, Elsie. Okay, so like Elsie recommended her son to be part of this program, my coaching program, and the Grant Cardone University, and he's having like, I don't know if he's here. He might give us testimonial, but amazing result. So, and we will talk about also for the other people today about commitment. We will talk about that. Also, I have to say that I started last week the weekly coaching programs. Okay, so the first 2 weeks of February, I was figuring out how to do it. Also, I was doing all the contracts, opening up the universities for everyone, because I was preparing for this, and I had already many people who were just waiting for me. And last week I started the coaching program, and what I mean is you can be part of this early program. It's a 90 days program I'm working on for the people who take the package, do it with you, and you can be part of it. So you're not late yet. You can be part of it. If you need more information, contact me, or just book a meeting directly from my Calendly link on my Instagram, and book your meeting. 30 minutes, we can go through all the details, and you can be part of this community, the 10X community that I'm building, and learning from the best Grant Cardone, and also from my experience of 13 years in business world, sales, building teams, 13 years of personal development, and I'm still learning. Today, Sunday, I spent all Sunday learning because I love to invest my Sundays. So again, for the people who are on Instagram, just go to my last story. I put the Zoom link so you can join us. Yes, thank you, Lamia. So those are the 7: family, business, health, spiritual, financial, community, recreation. And we're going to talk what to do with those 7. So for the people who are watching the first time, the 10X of Full Life, I just want to summarize. But if you want to, I highly recommend you watch part 1 and part 2. They are already in my YouTube channel, Gary Z, triple E. Okay, Gary Z. Go to YouTube, search for Gary Z, triple E, and click on live. So they are recorded on the lives, and this call also is recorded now on the YouTube channel. Okay, so that you can understand the basics. Maybe I would say some things that you won't understand it. It's okay. You can go back and also learn from the recording. Last thing I want to announce that I will be traveling in the middle of next month to Miami to be officially certified coach, 10X coach in Miami from Grant Cardone and his team, which will add much more value to the community. Also with the new knowledge that I'm going to learn there and the new collaborations that we're going to do. And as me being from Middle East, I have a big announcement. Personally, now none of us can benefit of it, but I think for the whole region, this is huge news. Okay, thanks to one of the licensees also who is from the region, from Emirates, Mariam Al-Ali, which I respect her a lot, and one of the most amazing Emirati women I met in my life. So she was able to convince the UAE government. And turns out UAE government, all the leadership, they love Grant Cardone. So the UAE government invited Grant Cardone to Dubai, and he will do a special leadership workshop with the top 300 big decision takers of UAE. Like all the emirs and all the princes and all the army generals and so all the leadership of UAE, 300 people, he will do a special leadership workshop to them, and 65,000 employees of the UAE government are going to be trained on the Cardone University so that they can provide the most professional service for all their clients. Who are their clients? People who just live there and visit Dubai. And this is how amazing, really, the leadership of United Arab Emirates are. They see the country as a company, and everybody who comes and lives or visits are their client, and their priority is to make the client happy. And imagine, so they invested 65,000 employees to go through Cardone University, and a lot of workshops are going to happen for them to grow their communication skills, and also how to treat customers, how to treat the people, how to treat the whole organizations. They want to 10x UAE. So this is huge. Personally, it won't affect you, but it will affect you if you understand how huge 10x is, how huge Grant Cardone is now in the region, and also you can learn from him, and you can also get be a student of his university that the whole country is learning now. So let's start. So let me just remind some points. We did in the part one, we defined 10x, we defined a super life, we defined freedom, we understood that the middle class gave us false knowledge in the first part. Then in the second part, we understood what are the new targets: the super life, extraordinary life, life of freedom. We defined those: freedom, success defined, survive defined. We changed the meaning of survival, failure defined, excuses we have, the real facts about success, life defined, aspects of your life, vital, what is success to you in the seven. Those are the seven. Okay, those are the seven areas of your life. And that was an aha moment for me. Let me be honest with you guys. When I started my personal development journey, I thought that I have to do is focus on my goals. Yeah, of course, that is important, focusing on your goals. But I focused on my career. Okay, one area of the seven. I focused on the career, and I focused on only on the career, to be honest. It's great as a first step, but not as a 13 years plan. Okay, that's what aha moment for me when I learned this from Grant, because even having fun for me was making me feel guilty, and I needed to hear it from somebody, a billionaire, who says, well, recreational, which is fun, should be as important as family, as important as business, as important as physical health, as important as spiritual, as important as financial, as important as communal. Like, even some people are like, my priority is God. It should be as important as the others. Got it? So those seven areas, they should 10x. And today we're going to talk about how to plan it. So the plan, how to create your super life. So first of all, you have to commit. You have to commit for it. So let's define commit first. What it means, commit. Commit define pledge or bind to a certain course. Okay. And be dedicated. The origin of the word commit is join on trust, put into custody. Let me tell you something that honestly, it can solve all your problems and challenges and your thoughts and your self-defense mechanism in your brain and whatever the brain tells you to make you feel comfortable, to not make you feel bad. Let's fix all this with one word. Commit. Every broken relation is because somebody decided not to commit for that relation. Every failure you had in your life because you decided to commit less or you just didn't commit. Every, I would say, if you're unhealthy, you just decided not to commit for that. So everything is connected to this word. Your level of commitment about the topic, your level of focus and commitment about the topic makes the whole difference. Relations that goes into divorce, it's mainly two people decided to be themselves and not to commit to understand the other person. That's the main issue. Okay, that's the main reason. Any failure, a failed country, it's the lack of commitment from the leadership to make the country better. Everything is, you can blame the international politics, you can blame anything you want, you can blame that there's not enough resources. Bullshit. There's a leader who decided not to commit for the better, and he decided to commit about his bank account. Got it? So that's it. So especially his bank account outside of the country. So anything that is failing, anything that is negative, anything that is bad happening, now you know the fix. Commit, focus on it, commit to fix it, not commit on focusing on the problem. Okay? Focus on the solution. So how can you commit to 10x Super Life? You have to take the pledge. I don't know if you know what it's pledge, in case some people, it's not, English is not their official language, or they don't know it very good. You know, whenever there's a new prime minister or a president of a country, an army, you join the army, they do a pledge. I pledge that I will serve my country, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And whenever also you sing the national anthem, you're pledging. Okay. So mainly I pledge, which is a confession, which is not a confession. It's a commitment. I'm committing that I'm going to do this, and you're telling it to the world. You're telling it to the people in front of you. Okay. So the decision, I like what Grant does when it comes to pledging. This system, he has it also in the book 10x. I have to remind you also that 10x Super Life is a rewriting of the 10x rule from after 4 or 5 years. So there is a pledge, the 10x pledge, and what he did now, it's a 10x Super Life pledge. And this is a good lesson if you want to learn from how to be successful, wealthy. Well, it seems like they do pledges. Okay, so I pledge, and you know very well that a lot of people pledge into other things other than themselves, like pledging for the country, die for the country, die for a leader, die for a I don't know what. So they pledge for other things, but not for themselves. Okay, pledge for a spiritual journey. I don't know. So, but why not ourselves to have a 10x Super Life? So your commitment starts by doing this pledge every day. So you can take a picture, take a screenshot, and we're going to read it now. Okay. So the plan starts like this. Do the pledge every day. I pledge to 10x my professional career. I commit to take action at 10x levels daily to ensure I am reaching my full potential in my career. I will invest time and money in having my 10x profession. Imagine saying this every day, every morning, reading this. Now, you have to understand that those pledges, the 7, we're pledging on the 7 areas in our life, it's in the right order. Okay. Well, Gary said in the call 10x Super Life that I should give more attention to the fun as important as career. Yeah, but it's the last one. Okay, it's the recreational is the last one. So in order to fix your life, there's an order. Career is more important than the family. You can be the best husband, you can be the best family member, but if you don't have a good career, I'm like, you're not focusing on your career first, I think you won't even have a family. Everybody will run out from will run away from you. Okay. So unless you found somebody who's much weaker than you. But we're talking about 10x life here. We don't want weak people around us, right? So I pledge to 10x my professional career is number 1. So your first focus should be to fix your career, whatever it is, but 10x it. Got it? Next, I pledge to 10x my family life. I will invest time, money, resources, and care. So money, where is coming from? From the career. Okay, so it's impossible to say, I will invest time and resources, and you don't even have a career, right? So I will invest time, money, and resources and care with my family to ensure we have a 10x family life. I create time for my immediate and extended family to ensure that my family is best equipped for survival. I pledge to 10x my income. Gary, isn't professional career income same? No. Okay, you can have a job. Fixed job. You fixed your career, but you should 10x it, of course. But growing the income is something else. Growing the income, you can make income from different places. Growing your income can be building new skills. Okay, so first career, then family, then, okay, let's focus on growing the income. So I will take all ethical actions necessary, ethical, I'm going to say it again, ethical actions necessary to 10x my income. I commit to learn the skills necessary to ensure that I am able to reach my 10x income goals. I will no longer settle for income that just allows me to barely get by and will do whatever it takes to 10x my income. I pledge to 10x my financial wealth. Gary, income is not financial? No. Wealth, income is just the cash flow, money that is coming, okay? Financial wealth is your worth in the marketplace. And I talked about this in Money Mindset Training, which also you can find it in my YouTube channel, okay? It's what's your worth. You know, in Forbes, every year they do the top richest man in the world. They don't count how much money they have. They count how much assets they have, what's their worth, valuation in the marketplace. Okay, so you can do income, but you can be broke. And I've been through it a lot of years. Okay, so I pledge to 10x my financial wealth. I will study the wealthy. So how can I build my financial wealth? First, we will study the wealthy people and duplicate their successful actions. Some people is, you know, few people told me, why you're doing like talking about Grant Cardone all the time, and maybe he will die, you know, maybe he will do a mistake, maybe I don't know what. So why you're putting your name with Grant Cardone? Why don't you do it alone, your brand, your name? Like, hey, I'm still growing. And I need to put myself with a wealthy person. And I need to still duplicate everything he did. Even if he dies, all his content will live. And that's one of his goals anyway. Okay. His content they won't die. Even if he does a mistake, I will learn from his mistake. But let me first understand how, whenever he was where I am now, how he made it 10x. I need to learn that. You have to understand that your growth journey, there are phases based on where you are in this growth journey, based on, let me say, comfortable situations you are in. You have to break them out. You have to get out of them. You have to go into uncomfortable situations. You have to remove some blocks, maybe some programming, maybe new skills that you didn't develop yet. So this is how you grow. And that's why Grant is very successful, because he went through this journey. So I'm in my personal development journey, I reached somewhere here. So I was here, I reached somewhere here. He's here. You cannot even see it in the screen. So now I'm learning how to get from here to here from him. He talks about things that it's a language for the world there. Okay. But I will reach it. I'm getting some words, new languages in my head from him. But I'm more focusing now on where I am now. So it's very important to understand where you are in this journey. Okay. You cannot look at somebody, a multimillionaire, a billionaire, and say, I can't be like him. You can be like him. Stop that stupid lie to yourself. Okay. You can be like him. But if you want to learn from him, you have to check his story, his life journey, go to many videos or go to his books. You will find in his books many times they share their stories, how they started, okay? Or what they did when they faced a specific challenge that might be similar to your challenge now. You can go back and see, okay, this is how he solved it. So let me focus on that solution now. So I can jump from here to here. Got it? This is how you grow. So can you be wealthy? Of course. Start learning at least. I will study the wealthy and duplicate their successful actions for building wealth. I will invest time and money on those things that allow me to grow my income and value in the marketplace to ensure I increase my wealth. That's why in my mission statement, I always say, I can coach and help free-spirited people, entrepreneurs, and corporations to grow their valuation in the marketplace by teaching skills, strategies, and techniques that the competition aren't aware of. And that's why I invested in this, and that's why I highly advise you to invest in this. You should invest on making your valuation in the marketplace go higher as soon as possible. And how you do that? Not with money. You invest on yourself. I get it. You always invest on yourself, but money will not grow your valuation. Your skills, your knowledge will grow your valuation by knowing how to promote yourself, how to brand yourself, how to help other people. And more you have people, more your valuation will grow. Okay. More people talk about you, more your valuation will grow. Why would people talk about you? You want them to talk positively, not negatively. Okay. If you help more people, how you help more people? You help yourself first. Okay. You 10x yourself first. I pledge to 10x my physical life. I commit to invest time and energy in taking care of my physical condition daily. I will probably feed and exercise my body so that it is the best condition possible to serve me in my 10x life. I pledge to 10x my spiritual life. I commit to being the best person I can and an example to others as someone that is generous, caring, and loving. I approach success and life as an ethical responsibility and will treat others as I would care to be treated. I commit to making a difference for the better. I pledge to 10x my recreational life. I will create times, yeah, he put S, times and money to fund 10x recreational moments for me and my family. When are you going to Bali? When are you going to Tulum? When are you going to Brazil? When are you going to China? When are you going to Paris? When are you gonna spend a spiritual journey somewhere in India? I don't know, whatever you love. When are you gonna watch the World Cup live? When are you gonna watch an NBA game? When are you gonna watch a Champions League game? Talking to the guys here. Okay, we know it. We understand each other. When are you gonna attend Tomorrowland? I don't know, whatever you love. Okay. Maybe you want to take your kids to Disneyland. When? Don't make it a dream only. Pledge and create times and money to fund 10x recreational moments for me and my family. I am committed to creating time and money to fund these activities without going into debt. Without going into debt. I'm committed to 10x my life so that I can create a super life for myself and others. Let's start. Will you commit to read this every morning and every night? Because the plan that I'm going to give you today, it needs a daily ritual of morning and night. When you wake up and when you sleep, before you sleep. Who commits? Put a 10x in the chat if you want to commit on this. And I want to see results. I want to see results. I want you to tell me after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I started doing this pledge every morning at night, and this is what happened with me. Great. Amazing. I love your excitement, guys. It's contagious. Nada, good job, but I advise you something. Go to my last story, and you can attend with us with the Zoom link, okay? So you can see the PowerPoint, and you can take a picture of the pledge. So next. So what do you need to survive hardship? We talked about this in the first part. We talked about the earthquake, remember? And after a few hours, we had the earthquake. So yeah, that is true. So what do you need to do to survive hardship? You need to commit. You need commitment. You need energy. You need a better health. You need like-minded network. You need resources, and you need reserves. And I'm sure you can understand what each one means. Commitment, we talked about it. Energy is mainly by motivation. It's mainly by ideas. You will have more energy. Health, you will if you have better health, you will have better energy. You will have better mind. You will decide things better, and you can be more creative when you're healthy and more attractive, because making money, having good family, and everything we talked about also asks for better health. Like-minded network. It's very important. Whenever there's a challenge you're facing, if you have people around you who nag, you will be more in disaster. But if you have people around you solution-oriented, you will get out of that hardship very fast. You hear some stories of people who were successful and they have hardship, and suddenly again, it's like nothing happened. Why? Because they surrounded themselves with a network of people like-minded that will find help with the solution. Okay, so that's why it's very important to invest on that, and we're going to talk about this also today. Resources can be money, resources can be knowledge, skills, resources can be a team in the business that you build. A team, that's a resource. Resources can be documenting your journey, whatever you're doing. Those are resources you will need. Whenever there's hardship, you have to go back on what was working. And reserves can be money also. Reserves can be also knowledge, again, knowledge and assets that you're going to buy, because when there's hardship, assets will bring the value. Okay. Insurance, when, that's how they sell insurance, right? Whenever there's hardship, that's what they remind you. Well, you should get it. I'm a pro insurance. 10x income. So now we're gonna go through how to 10x all those areas. What's the plan? Okay. First of all, every morning and every night, you don't do it once. You don't go to one workshop and say, okay, this is my goal. You don't watch this and you put the target now on the paper and then you forget it. Every morning and every night, I'm going to show you the 10x planner. 10x planner. And usually when you buy a calendar, right, there's every day, like the day and the time, right? Like here, there's date 6 a.m. till 9 a.m., 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. till 6, and 6 p.m. to 9, and 9 p.m. till later. Okay, so this is the usually normal calendar. But one page is the calendar. The other page, look what's written. Write goals. So every morning, I should write goals. So every morning, you write your 10x targets. And not necessarily the targets of the day. Any target you want to hit, came to your mind in the morning, write it. Okay? Because every day you're different. Today you will have targets based on where you are now. Or maybe based what you heard today. Maybe you were here now in the school and you were watching the negative news before coming to the school. And I'm like, oh my God, my target is to leave the country. Right? So I need this much income so I can leave the country because you saw so many negative news. Now, if you weren't watching the negative news, you were watching a training, a workshop, you were reading a book, you were working, you were hustling, and you will see this training now, the 10x target will be much bigger than somebody who's watching the news. Got it? So every day, you should do this. So to 10x your income, you should set 10x targets. What it means by 10x targets? It means this. If you're making now $1,000 a month, your 10x target is 10,000. Got it? If your best month in your life is 10,000, then your 10x target is 100,000. Okay, so let it be clear. We should write it. Set 10x targets. 2, reinforce the purpose, which means write it. Okay? And reinforce the purpose also why that is important. You ask yourself why that is important. That I do that much income. The purpose for that. Make it real daily, which is writing it daily. And mainly think about how to do it. What options I have to achieve that number. What missing information I have so that I achieve that number. Increase income today. So after putting the 10x target, then you go to the increments, which is the small plus we're going to do today. So today, when I'm in the morning, I'm writing, how can I increase my income today? What can I do to increase my income? Maybe, yeah, you're working on a plan and that plan needs preparation. But it doesn't mean that you cannot do an extra income today. Because also preparation for a long time is an excuse for the mind to stay comfortable. I don't know if some people here, I touch their ego now. Okay. I'm still preparing. I'm still watching some things. Okay. That's an excuse. You can start making money now. I'm still planning my workshop. I'm still planning my startup. dear, your startup, if it didn't start making money after 2 months, it's no more a startup. It's a fake business. Okay. So shouldn't call it startup anymore. It started. Okay. So thank you for the love, K Skippin. You can join me on Zoom. It's in my last story. So increase income today, learn what you must. So let me tell you something. So you can release yourself from this problem in whole your life. Anything that is hard, you think is impossible. 10,000 target, 20, $100,000 a month target. That's hard. Okay. Anything that is hard, your brain is saying is hard. It's mainly because there's missing information. That's it. Okay. Let me, if you can put in the chat, what is your career? Like what you studied or what do you work, or put in the chat. What do you do career-wise? Or what did you do? You were good in it. Maybe some people here are in transformation of career, I know. But what did you do, or what do you do now? Can you put your careers in the chat? Quality and food safety. Okay. Lamia, that is very hard for me. Why? Because I don't know. Like if a company comes and tells me now, hey, we want to hire you as a quality and food safety, and we will pay you $10,000 a month. I'll be like, I want the 10,000, but it's hard. I don't know anything, right? Yeah. So what should I do? I should start learning so I can get the 10,000. Got it? So what's missing is the knowledge. And the good news, our brain can still handle new knowledge. Even if we are 90 years old, we can still download new knowledge in our brain cloud space. Okay, so which is amazing. We can change our life by adding new knowledge. We can change who we are by adding new knowledge. I mean, we can change our income by adding new knowledge. Don't be lazy about learning. Your whole life should be every day learning something new if you want a 10x. Okay, so diplomacy and visual arts, that is not hard for me, that is impossible for me. Okay, I don't know what you're even talking about, but I can learn it if I want to. Anybody can learn what Santa is doing. Okay, ICT smart city consultant. If you understood what is that, the other guys, I know what you do, Anthony, but I just want to intimidate the others. Okay, so ICT smart city consultant. Don't you think that's hard? So fitness and fashion. Well, that's hard for me, honestly. International relations diplomat, painting. Okay, see, that's hard. Painting is very hard for me. I never had a good painting in my life, even though I practiced it a lot when I was in school, in the class, because I never listened to the teachers. I was painting. Okay, singing. Well, singing is easy for me, but making money from singing is hard. Very hard. But then again, you see many celebrities who don't really have a good voice, but they make money from singing. Pitbull is the best example. The rappers, they don't have a good voice, but they make millions, right? Why? Because they studied. I don't even know what are the equipments in a studio where they record songs. Those people They learned it, and Pitbull has a recording business that is making millions for him. And he made songs with almost the famous people. Sorry, Jennifer Lopez doesn't have a voice, but her songs are famous. Not because of her ass, honestly. Her songs are great. Okay, she has good songs. So that's just another package that helps her. But again, she has good songs. Okay, there are songs that we still dance until now when we hear them. So you understand? She learned. And if you don't know Jennifer Lopez years ago, I know, because we grew we are kind of like her generation. Okay, the first time you see Jennifer Lopez on TVs were like in a video clip. She's a back dancer. So she started as a dancer and a model. She wasn't a singer. And then she started acting. And then she decided to be a singer. Okay. Ale. Her voice is not so good, honestly. If you just listen to her voice without music, so bad. But she made millions by singing. Okay. And if she does a concert, it's full. And by the way, she delivers 100%, like, to all her audience. Like, her commitment level is to the roof. Do you see her body? Do you see her dance moves at this age? That's what makes her successful. Okay, so she had 10x super life. Okay, so learn what you must. Understand you can learn anything. You can change your career. You can do anything. You're not titled by one career. You're not titled by one personality based on what you learned in the university. Okay, so you can grow your income. Like Grant says, oh, how can I grow my income today? Sell something in the house. Sell something from your house. There are many things in your house and your parents' house that shouldn't stay there anymore. Right? You can sell them. Who will buy? Hey, now you're in the world of internet. You can put in any groups, applications, the secondhand things, put any price. Just enjoy selling. You can make an extra money today. Okay. So start from there. Start selling. There's in Lebanon, there's OLX, there's eBay, there's many things in this world, applications, Facebook groups, special for what you find in the house. Okay. Like, have you seen houses that they have a piano for years and nobody plays it? Sell it. Make an extra money and use that money to invest on yourself, learning new things. So surround yourself with like-minded people. And this is, you're going to see this in every aspect of your life where you have to do it. And this is one of the things that, one of the reasons why I said, I wish I knew this before. I wish I knew this knowledge before, that in the 7 areas I should 10x. And one of the steps is not only learn, surround yourself with like-minded people based on that specific area of your life. Okay, so who are the like-minded people around you? People who are doing more income than you. Don't sit with people most of your time who make less than you or as much as you. Surround yourself with like-minded people intentionally. You should do it so you can 10x your income. And this is a mistake I did till the age of 26. Till the age of 26, I surrounded myself with people, actually, from the age of 17, 16, 17, till 26, I surrounded myself with people who make less than me. And mainly I did that. It was a reaction. Because the people who used to make better than me, my friends from school, bullied me. And I spent 2 years alone. And then to build my confidence back, when I started to make money from my father's business, I started surrounding myself with people who make less than me, which means no businessman, including none of them is a businessman. So I was making a little bit more than them. So I rented a chalet. I invited those friends to my chalet. I invited those friends to parties, book a table, I pay it. I was so happy. You know what happened to me? My income went down to their level. My lifestyle went down to their level. My energy went down to their level. My language went down to their level. And I became like them. I wasn't growing. That's why 26 was a turning point for me. At the age of 26, I said to all those friends, I love you. See you Saturday night. We can't come to your chalet. Sorry, I'm not even there. I have meetings. Okay. So I started sitting with people who make more than me. Or if they are not around you, like Santa said, there wasn't a lot around me. And I was intimidated by those people, honestly, because of my past experience. I started searching for those people online. And I would say at the beginning of my personal development journey, the like-minded people who make more than me were virtual mentors. Yeah, they weren't around me, but I would say they were talking to me every day by listening to them every day. Now I listen to Grant Cardone every day. He's one of my buddies now. Got it? He's talking to me more than the people I know. Why? Because I'm listening to his trainings, audios, YouTube channels, podcasts, everything. Why? Because I want to reprogram my mind into his mind so my income will grow. Because I will talk like him, think like him, take decisions like him. For sure, my income will grow. Okay, I want to 10x my income. My target this year is to make $3 million. That's my target. So from who I can learn to make 3 million? From the friends around me? From the advices that they give me? No, of course not. Parents? No way. Should learn from a multimillionaire how to make only 3. See the difference? I said 3 million. I'm sure some people are like, wow, 3 million guys going to make 3 million now. Okay. But if I talk to a multimillionaire, I'm like, I just want to make 3 million this year. He was like, okay, I can help you to make just 3 million. Got it? So, income distribution. You should understand this. 82.7% of all world income is earned by less than 20% of the people. I'm sure you heard this somehow. Most of the money of the world is a small percentage of people. In every country is the same. There's a small percentage who make more money than the majority. You know this. Okay, it's nothing new here. So why we're watching this in the workshop, Gary? No, we're talking about this because I don't want you to be like that man that you see on the right alone. And looking at those people in the 20% and saying, this is unfair. They are stealing. They should distribute that money. You can take that narrative. Yeah, it is unfair. It is unfair. Okay? But you should always take decisions and thoughts and think about things that you can control. You cannot change the world now. It is what it is. That's the economy. It's unfair. Yeah, it's unfair. What? We nag about it. We have one life. Okay? What you can do, if you are that person on the right, you can go and learn from those people what they are reading, what they are learning, what they are focusing on, how they are thinking, what actions did they take, and how did they move from here to here. Because I promise you, I've done my study. I've done my statistics. From those 82 points, from those 20% who have 82.7% of the world income, I promise you, because I did my small statistics, more than half of them, they were on the right side, which means they didn't have a huge income. They didn't have rich parents. They didn't have better education. They were on the right. But when we are sitting on the right and we don't have the knowledge that the 20% had to learn to be there, to deserve to be from the 82.7%. We say, I'm sure his father, I'm sure he's lucky, because maybe he's from that country. It's funny when it comes to countries, people who are the 80% of the world, they always have the excuse of the country, wherever they are in the world, by the way. Okay? People in the third world countries, they say, yeah, I'm in a third world country. That's why I can't be on from the 20%. And the people from the first world country, they say, oh, I can't be like the people in Dubai. They don't pay tax. While we here, we pay most of our money. I pay tax. So that's why I can't be rich. Some people say, well, our region, there's not a lot of population. And other regions, they say there's a lot of population. There's a lot of competition. That's why I can't be rich. So the same like solution you see for somebody else you want to have, the other person will see that as a problem and wants your situation. It's all a blame list. It's all because the person on the right, you can decide to commit to learn how to be from the 20% or nag about the situation. And both of them are okay. You can choose what you want. You have the freedom of choice. And that's what I did. Honestly, when I started my personal development journey, it started with the book of Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I understood the difference. I understood those rich people from that book. And instead of seeing somebody who's driving a Ferrari and say, I'm sure he's a mafia, I started to have the curiosity to go ask before those TikTok videos. Okay, what do you do for life? You know, it's a great video. It's a great technique, by the way. It's a great idea. But instead of judging somebody who is from this 20%, just go check. Make sure if what you're thinking, your judgment is right and wrong. And your judgment is mainly a self-defense mechanism, so you don't feel bad or intimidated. Okay? Men who are watching now, let me give you this example. Okay? You are with your partner going on a date, and another guy comes with a much better car, much better fitness, much better dressed, and your girl is looking at him. You feel intimidated, right? You feel intimidated, and you want to find something negative to, and then you say to your partner, I'm sure this guy took this car and everything by a loan, or he's a scammer, or like, I think I know this guy, he's the son of a mafia and something like that, because you felt intimidated. Same for girls. I'm not leaving you alone. Okay, look at that girl, he looks like a bitch. He looks like a whore. You say stuff like that because your man looked at her. She's fitness-wise better, dressed better, looking good at herself, at her look. And then you're like, look how she talks. She looks like a whore. Okay? I'm not leaving you alone. That's just your intimidation. My point is, you can learn. I'm not saying you should be like them 100%. I'm just saying, if you want something from that person, learn from it and work on it. Don't judge people. Love everybody. Everyone has negative and positive. If you want to focus on the negative on every person just to make yourself feel better, you can do that. You have the freedom of choice, but it won't help you to have a 10x super life. Every person, you can learn something from them. Okay. Like one of the stupidest excuses that people say when they see a successful person. I don't want to have his life because he keeps on working. Guys, you are working anyway. So it's better to work and make much more money, okay? Much more income. Anyway, we're saying you should have 10x in all the areas of your life. Okay, you should 10x all areas of your life. Anyway, let's go faster. 10x wealth. I told you there's a difference between 10x income and 10x wealth. Wealth is your word. So how do you plan it? Again, set 10x targets every morning and every night. What your valuation should be. What kind of assets you should own. Real estate, stocks, I don't know, gold, whatever it is. Businesses, valuation. Reinforce the purpose, why that is important. Ask yourself always that question, why that is important. Reinforce the purpose. Putting a target without asking yourself why that is important, it's not reinforced, it will go away. You will forget it. But when you reinforce the purpose, asking yourself why that is important, and you can ask this question 7 times even, why that is important, why that is important, why that is important, you should have an answer, okay? Because make sure your targets are not a copy of something you saw. Because you're a unique person and you have your own special targets. So don't just copy the purpose of other people, okay? Make it real. Make it real. So you start thinking about how can I do it? What are the steps I should work on? Increase your wealth today. So how can I increase my wealth today? Well, if you don't have money, you can start by growing your valuation in the market by growing skills. Okay, today. Learn what you must. So what do? We should learn how to grow our valuation. We should learn, maybe you should start learning about investing. Maybe you should start learning about the financial markets. Maybe you should start learning about how the wealthy people, maybe you should start reading a wealthy people's biography. Start from there. Maybe if you don't like to read, again, that's bullshit, because can't you read now what's in the PowerPoint? You can, right? You're not illiterate. So stop saying I hate to read. Okay. I just don't have the commitment to open a book and read every day. That's what you're saying. Okay. Don't say I cannot read. I hate to read. Don't say that. You're reading now. Okay. So you read social media, you read WhatsApp. So you read, but you just don't have the commitment and the habit yet to open a book and read every day. Okay. Which you can build it by taking a decision. Decisions like this. And then make a daily ritual habit. And that's, again, that's a target, to read a book, reinforce the purpose, why I should read a book. Once you know why, you would never say again, I hate reading books. You would never say it, okay? Learn what you must. Start learning from, hey, if you don't like reading, there's audio. So stop giving that excuse, okay? Cardone University, take Cardone University, learn how to be wealthy, build skills and everything from whole the University of Success. Talk to me, I will show you what's in it. I will give you I will gladly share you all information. Surround yourself with like-minded people. What? Yeah. If you know any wealthy person, try to surround yourself with him. You don't have, go to his workshops, go to his events. You don't have, start audio, start book, start anything. Start from that. By the way, one of the advices that Grant gives and also I give is choose a mentor and be obsessed. Maximum 2 mentors, not more. Be obsessed means understand everything he knows. You should know everything he knows. His biography, his life, his how he takes his decisions. So whenever somebody says this word, how he reacts. Okay, so this is what I do. This is the graph of the wealth of USA. There's 300, more than 300 million people. Okay, and look at this graph. So the blue ones are the poor. The green ones are the middle class. You see the difference between the poor and middle class? It's minimal. It's minimal. Look at the right. 1% of the US population has 40% of the wealth. So you have two choices. Say it's unfair or study the 40%, study the 1%. Learn from the 1% and join that club by learning what they do, how they take decisions, how they deal with money, how they which skills they focused on. Change the programming in your head, what was programmed by your family and middle class and poor class, so you can be part of that plan. I'm going that way personally. Who wants to join with me? I'll give you a car to go with me. This is a sentence I heard from Grant 2 days ago. Okay, I'm going there. Either you come with me and I'll give you a car, or you can go in a different direction. Okay, but I won't drive the car. I'll give you a car. Let's go together. So 10x Health. What do you do? Same thing. Set 10x targets every day about your health. Daily ritual for your health. Workout, gym, or you can do 10x workout. You know what is 10x workout? It's the 10, 10, 10. 10 push-up, 10 jumping jacks, 10 belly, I don't know what they call them. You can do 10, 10, 10, 10 things. Might take you like 20 minutes daily, that's it. Okay? 10 minutes running. Whatever. You don't need a gym to change your life. You need a habit, daily ritual. Okay? Increase health today. So again, you write in the morning, what can I do to increase my health today? What do you need to give up? The picture on the left. Burger, pizza, fast food. What do you need to learn? Honestly, one of the best ways to start a healthy life is learning about your body, learning about food. Maybe hire a nutritionist. Maybe hire a company that delivers food to you. I don't know. But it's as important as the other points we're talking about. Surround yourself with like-minded people, which means what? Surround yourself with people who eat healthy intentionally, so you can 10x your health. Do you understand that it's not the same people you should surround yourself with, or the areas, but intentionally find people who eat healthy and surround yourself with them. Intentionally find people who are working to grow their income, or their income is better than you. Surround yourself with them. Intentionally surround yourself with people who are wealthy or building on their wealth, so you can be like them. 10x family. Set 10x targets about your family. Daily rituals for your family. So every day from this time, I have to be with the kids. This time I have to, or this day, we go on a date with my wife, my partner. A target for your family also can be the success of your family, the giving as a family. Maybe you want to give to the community. That's a target for the family. 10x target can be weekly financial meeting with the family. We learned that in the finance. Okay, increase family interaction. What do you need to give up? so you can 10x your family. What do you need to learn? Let me talk to the guys first before learning. What do you need to give up? If you want a nice part, if you want a good partner in your life, maybe you need to give up being a kid anymore, a teenager anymore. Okay? So be a man. What do you need to learn? I wish I knew this years ago. That I should, as I spend a lot of money and time learning about career skills, I wish I knew that I should also spend money on learning people, partner, relations, kids. And there's a lot of people who marry and have kids and spend zero money or time to learn how to build a family, how to communicate with your partner, how to get things done in the family. And there are books, workshops, trainings, coaches, therapists for that. And you should work to make money to spend on that. It's very important. Those are the people you will spend the most time with. And investing on that is very important. I wish I knew this before. I'm 39 and I'm not married. Why? Because I didn't know those. And I had the reaction that married life is not important. Marriage is not important. Because I didn't know how to do it. Whenever it was uncomfortable, I used to run away. Whenever it's uncomfortable, I run away. It's easier to be free, I used to say, alone. It's an excuse because I didn't know. Same with sales, same with money, everything. It's uncomfortable. We don't know. So we run away. We quit. So that's why I'm not married until now. Because I didn't know. And recently, it's been from last year, I'm starting to learn. I'm starting to invest on this. That there's good families, bad couple, good couples. I used to see that all couples, they show you they are nice, but in the house, they are not in a good situation. Until I met people who 10x their couple relation. And I was blown away. See, mainly because I saw my parents, I saw the people around me only who are not 10x, who are not doing anything to 10x their family. And I was saying, I don't want that. Until I met people who know they have rituals. They have specific goals and targets for the family. I really like, if you want a good example, I love what Grant does with his family. Not only how much everybody loves their family. I'm not going to talk how much he loves, but mainly how he learned this family should work, live, that bold decision to take their kids out of school and make sure their kids are growing differently than all the society. The relation, and if you see their speeches of his wife and himself when it comes to family challenges, clearly you will see those two people invested a lot on learning how to make this family like a business grow. Clearly, you can see their language. It's not the language of couples who always fight. They say we fight, but we understood that my reaction to this person is mainly a selfish situation because I'm selfish. I have my traumas, I have my challenges when I was a child, and I'm throwing those insecurities to the other person. And we decided to fix that. See what it means to fix that. How many families, they say we decided to fix it. There's a total misconception about this in the whole society. Because they show you in Disneyland movies All you have to do is find that partner, and then you can start watching Hollywood movies. Beautiful. And then they live happily ever after. They never show you in Disneyland movies what happened after they got married. After the prince came, kissed, and took the princess, and then they put the beautiful music and they live happily ever after. And they never coached what it means living happily after. They can live happily ever after, but it needs commitment, rituals, understanding the other person, removing your traumas, so you don't get affected the other person. Understand that if two people have a conflict, the only way you can stop the conflict is one person saying, I agree. Like, I didn't know this. Okay. I always want it in my last relation. All I wanted is to show that I'm right. And the other person that I chose, I chose a person that was very powerful also. She wants to show that she's right. We didn't have a relation. We had a toxic environment. Okay. So, sorry, I pointed on this because it really affected me today when I was watching. Learning, there are books like, and because growing as a man in the Middle East, this masculinity, they always talk about it. There's a book. The first time I started to not read, I heard the audio of a book. For me, it wasn't even priority. It's a waste of time. A book called, I'm sure some people know it here, Man from Mars, Venus from, girls are woman from Venus. I forgot the name of the book, but Man from Mars, if somebody knows the name of the book. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Exactly. Okay. So my partner said you should read this book. I didn't care about those things. I thought I know. Okay. I'm a man. This is who I am. And all we want is good time and fun. So we used to see the family as a man. We try to see the family as more fun than something more spiritual, something more important, something a connection, something that can affect everything in my life. So at the end, I'm like, okay, I just listen to the audio, So I started listening to the audio after going through it, like a big chunk of it, like maybe I would say 60%. I understood that we are completely different. Okay. And we react differently based on the challenges. Men react differently than the woman. Man thinks differently than the woman. Woman has different needs than the man. Man has different needs than the woman. I was reading all this from this book. Okay. Now I didn't reach the point where there's solution. I was saying that, oh my God, all those differences. So my partner asked me, so what do you think? I'm like, I think I want to be gay. It's much easier. Okay. So why? Because I didn't know that it takes commitment as much as how much commitment I'm putting in my career. And I was lazy about it. I didn't want to do it. That's why I answered like that. For me, it was a funny answer, but honestly, it was a lazy answer. Okay. Surround yourself with like-minded people. This is something I didn't do. And this is one of the reasons, family-wise, I don't have a family. Okay. I didn't build a family. I have a family, and even my family, I'm far from them. I'm being very honest with you guys. This is, if I work on this now, my life will change completely. Because career-wise, I'm moving forward. Income-wise, I'm moving forward. Wealth-wise, I'm learning from my mistakes. Okay. But the mistake that I did, remember the friends I had before I start my personal development journey? Yeah, those friends. They have miserable, most of them, they have miserable family life. and I was seeing them as example. And those are the people I surround myself when I want to have fun. And I was being intimidated and not even believing when I see a great couple living really a 10x family life. So it was much easier to be with people who agree with my belief that married life is not that important. Maybe I shouldn't get married. Maybe I shouldn't have kids. Okay? So I surrounded myself with people. What I should have done is surround myself with couples who are really investing on that relation and growing with that relation, learning from that relation. And I would have been affected by them, but I didn't invest it. Intentionally, I didn't search for couples who are doing great. Intentionally, I searched for couples who are doing bad to just confirm that my thoughts are right. They're not right. If we want to grow, you have to understand whatever you believe now is wrong. Okay, so that's the best part. Whatever you believe now is wrong. I wish there's a tick, delete, now download something new. We can't. It takes time. That's growth. Okay. 10x spiritual. Set 10x targets when it comes to spiritual. Daily ritual can be praying, can be doing self-talk, can be saying good things about yourself, daily rituals, affirmations. I am. It can be weekly meeting spiritual environment, like a church or a mosque, or I don't know which religion you believe in, or if you don't believe, you're an atheist, whatever you are. But spiritual, I would, if you want me to summarize it, I would say your self-talk. Okay? Have moments where you are alone and you talk with yourself. Because even praying is a self-talk. Okay? Yes, you're talking to God, but what in reality you're saying positive things to yourself, or you're nagging about your situation. If you're nagging to God, I think he doesn't want to listen. Okay? If you're nagging all the time about your situation. But if you talk about, if you sell yourself good to God, like, I'm going to commit to change the situation. Just watch me. God will be like, okay, I'm ready to help you. You know, that attitude level, commitment level. But like, God, why you're doing this to me? Why all the bad things are happening to me? Why you're choosing me? Why you're punishing me? What did I do wrong? If you do that, God will not listen. Okay, I'm not a priest. I'm not a sheikh. I'm not somebody who knows about a lot of the daily rituals of religions, honestly. Okay, I know the history of religions. I love history of religions. I love those topics. But I'm saying the same, what I'm just informing now, what works and what doesn't work when it comes to your self-talk, works if you are a believer or not, works in whatever religion you are in. If you nag, your self-talk is negative, shit happens to you more. Okay, if you're positive, your self-talk is in better language, positive language, hopeful language, commitment level is high about your self-talk being right, positive, good luck happens to that person. Okay, is it God, universe, whatever it is, it just works like that. I don't know how to explain it, but it does. We can do statistics on it. So inner being, whatever you call it, there's beautiful words. Your spirit, your chakra, your I don't know. Each one uses different words. Okay, and the Quran is written different than the Bible, the gurus, the yoga, the whatever it is that you do. Okay, understand All those words are beautiful, yes, but understand, all of them needs what? Commitment. Commitment on daily rituals, commitment on, to summarize, having a good, positive, good level of self-talk. Even if you are meditating, your mind is still talking. And those meditation thoughts should be positive. Okay, mainly that's it. Okay. Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm just saying it should be positive, your self-talk. Okay, so, and intentionally you should work on it. If you don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to positive self-talk, I highly advise a book called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself from Shad Hamstetter. Urgently get that book, get the PDF, YouTube, get the audio from YouTube, whatever it is, but make it a priority. The name of the book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. You understand there's 5 levels of languages you say to yourself. There's examples there. You understand how the mind really works. This talk that is happening in your mind, you should understand how it works. And that, because the real success starts with the real development, improvement, and 10xing your life starts with you controlling your mind. And that's why 10x spiritual is very important. It's as important as the others. You can act to your partner, you can act to your team, you can act to your business people, your employees, your society, your friends, that you have a good life. But if your self-talk is negative, how many people you know, they had beautiful life, like they help many people and everything, they are amazing, and suddenly they suicide. Why? It's the self-talk. They go to depression. Why? It's a self-talk. You have, how many people went to depression because of a disaster? A partner died. Something happened, a bomb, whatever. A disaster. We said disaster will happen, right? We cannot stop them. But you see some people happen the same thing to them and they're boom, moving forward in their life, and others go into deep depression for 1 year, 2 years. What's the difference? Self-talk. They prepare their self-talk for any danger might come. And that's why I personally worked on my self-talk from 2014. I was in depression 2014. I realized I'm weak in my self-talk. I read that book at that time, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. And when disaster happened again last year with me, again, what did I do? I went to my self-talk. And then when I was not even able to control my self-talk, I went to therapy just to fix my self-talk. I came to a point I'm saying, I feel I'm on my knees. I had to find solution. Cannot stay long like that. So I knew the problem was the self-talk. If I can't control my negative self-talk, what do? There's professional people for it. They call themselves psychologists. I don't know. I don't even care what they call themselves. All I know, there's professional people who can ask you the right questions so you can change that negative self-talk into, let's start with logical self-talk, and then we move to positive self-talk. Okay? So increase spiritual condition. If you're really a Muslim believer, if you're not praying 5 times a day, you're not committed. I'm not Muslim, but I'm just saying that if you really believe in that religion, there's a commitment ritual, which is 5 times a day. Okay. And I respect that any commitment that, and I respect any commitment that gives you good habits. It's a good habit. But I don't respect who pray 5 times a day, but the other areas of their life, they don't have any commitment. They don't have any good habits. Okay. So understand, I'm somebody who doesn't criticize any religion, any person who believes in any religion. Okay. I just criticize somebody who's not committed. Okay. Like those politicians in the region who say, I'm here to protect our religion, but they steal the whole world. So I don't respect that. Okay. So I don't respect that. And so mainly I'm saying that invest time and learn about your spiritual journey, your self-talk, your prayings, everything. Okay. Again, don't be this is even spiritual, it's a growth journey. It should be a growth journey. It shouldn't be this is it, this is who we are, this is what we believe in, and we cannot change. Please grow, keep on growing your spiritual journey. My advice will be explore the whole world beliefs so you can understand more the world. Okay, that would be my advice. You should invest on that. Okay. See, other than my working on my self-talk and everything, my passion when it comes to spirituality and those things and religions is mainly history of religions. I just love that topic and makes me understand more all the religious people, all the different cultures. Okay, and I don't have any hate against any religious group. So surround yourself with like-minded people. Again, people who are more spiritually, mentally, like their self-talk is better, positive. They don't hate people. Doesn't mean somebody's, even if he puts something religious and he's officially religious and his talk is always negative about war and hating other religions, you shouldn't be surrounded to that person. That person has an agenda. Okay, so surround yourself with 10x spirituality. Okay, 10x recreational. Yeah, finally Gary is talking about the fun. Okay, set 10x targets. Recreational. When is your next vacation? Where? Please, your targets, if it's 10x vacation, it shouldn't be, let's see which cruise they did a discount, because you will have shitty food. Okay, and you will sleep in a small room. You understand? So 10x target can be going to Bali or going to this place in the picture. I don't know where is this. If you know, please let me know. It's a very nice place. Okay, like personally, I love traveling, and until now I did 26 countries, some of them free, which was amazing. Last year I went to Iceland. Something to see in your life, honestly. The best part of Iceland is that hot lagoons in the middle of the cold. That was an experience. Honestly, you should try it in your life. I went to Bali in 2019. Their different culture is so beautiful. And of course, the nature is so beautiful. Tulum, Mexico, it's one of the great experiences I enjoyed, honestly. Spiritual experience on there also. It was amazing. I've been to, where did I go also? Well, I've been to many places, many European countries. I went to Brazil watching the World Cup in 2014. Now I have new targets. Okay, Maldives is on the top of the list. Okay, the Alps, Italian and Austrian and France mountains, you know, go to a resort there. That's on the top of the list. Okay, Greece is on top of the list. Doing a historical tour of the region is my 10x targets. Because I love history, I want to hire a guide, one of the best guides of every country, and those are the countries because I love old antique history. Egypt, I want to do the tour of Egypt, historical tour of Egypt. Okay, like all the pharaoh and everything, and I'm gonna get a guide who's traveling with me. Okay, I love to do that. Greece, the same, going to all those islands and understand more the history and everything. Also, I wish Syria, the situation would get better because history has a great history. Syria, Jordan, the same. Petra, I've never seen the Petra yet. So I love those historical trips, and also the luxury trips. I just love them, like Maldives, like Alpines. I've done Vegas many times. So you understand, what is your target? I didn't have money when I put those targets before in 2010. Okay. I worked on my skills. I 10x'd my lifestyle. I 10x'd everything. So now I'm 10x'ing more. So what is your 10x targets? Recreational, fun. Oh, Tomorrowland is on top of my list. Okay. Daily ritual, making it real. So what I should do now is open the 2023 calendar, and what I said I'm going to do, put them in the calendar and see how much it costs and what I should do. Okay, increase my income. Increase your playtime. What did I do this year different than before? I saw that it was wrong. When I understood I should divide my recreation should be as important, I went back to my passion, which is salsa. I'm learning salsa again after 15 years. Okay. Enjoying my weekend because I deserve. I work very hard the whole week. Not hard, sorry. I grow very hard every week. Okay. If you're working on your goal, you deserve to party. You deserve to have fun. If you're doing routine life, nothing about growing, you don't deserve that, because everything will crash. Disaster will come. Okay. Invest your weekend before. And then there's this difference, this mindset that I love, which is sacrifice short-term happiness for bigger happiness. Okay. Which means that I don't watch a football game. Like now, I love FC Barcelona. While I'm doing this workshop, there's a game of FC Barcelona. I don't know if they're winning or losing. I don't care. But all I know is that if I miss the games on television or on my smartphone, I go watch it live. Got it? This is how you should think. Okay. I sacrifice now. So like, I can go hiking in Lebanon, or I can go hiking in the Amazon. I don't know. They're just beautiful hiking places in the world. I can sacrifice going to the beach in Dubai when I'm in Dubai, so I can go to Maldives. Got it? So this is how I 10x my recreational. I sacrifice, I make good money, and part of it, a small percentage, I invested in my recreational. Okay. What do you need to give up? And I want to make sure that I don't sleep anymore in a 3-star or 4-star hotel. I want the 5-star. I deserve it. So what do you need to give up? Well, maybe I should give up what other people are doing when it comes to recreational, which they work all week and they wait for the weekend and they just prioritize that. So what I do is, maybe you should sacrifice those weekends a little bit so you can have a much better vacation weekend. Think about that. Or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I don't know. Maybe sacrifice now so you can build an online business and you can travel the world while making money, but working wherever you go. I don't know. You decide. I'm just giving examples. What do you need to learn? Well, the first thing I should learn if I want to go to Maldives is what? How much it will cost me. And put it as part of my income target. Okay. What do you need to learn? If I want to dance salsa, so what do I need to learn? Dancing salsa. Okay. I don't know. Think about it. What do you need to learn to make your recreational better? Some people, they have a goal to go to Mount Everest. So what do you need to learn? How to climb. Right? Let's start from there. Surround yourself with like-minded people who know how to have fun, who plan things. Okay. And surround yourself with people who love to have fun. But again, based on where you are in the progress of growth. Okay. And 10x community. Set 10x targets for your community. Daily ritual, making it real. Increase community. What do you need to give up? What do you need to learn? And surround yourself with like-minded people. So the questions you should ask yourself daily: what can I do for my community? Or how can I grow my community? Your neighborhood. What can I do so I can be famous in my neighborhood? How can I help? It can be your online community. It can be, you don't even have a community. Maybe you should start building your own community, your own tribe online. Okay. So daily, if you do this, put increase community, increase your, people should know you. Your target should be that when you go into a restaurant on a room and people say, oh, he's here, she's here. And you can do that by really focusing every morning and every day on your goals based on those 7 areas of your life, and make it a ritual and intentionally surround yourself with people for each area of your life. And your family should know this. Your partner should know this. Hey, I'm working on those 7 areas. You are one of them. And I want you to do the same in your life. I shouldn't be your life. You have your life. I'll support you in whatever you want. Okay? Omnipresence defined. So you should be omnipresent. Everybody should know you. What is omnipresent? I heard it many times from Grant. I Googled it before, but he put it in this PowerPoint. Okay, anyway, widely or constantly encountered conveys the concept of being everywhere in all places at the same time. So you're everywhere. Everybody knows you. They open the internet, they see your picture. They see your video. They see, I don't know. By the way, news, if you want to go directly, if you want the news to talk about you, you can do something really bad. Okay, but don't do that. I'm not saying be omnipresent by doing something bad. It's very hard to be omnipresent while doing good. Because if you give a tip of $10,000 for somebody in a restaurant, they might put it on social media for a few hours one day, and then everybody will forget about it. Okay, so that's why doing good, it's harder to be omnipresent when you're doing good. So it's better to push being omnipresent by really thinking about how you can serve your community by value, by you being growing and sharing what you're learning, always sharing your experiences, and also be creative. How can you serve your community in a different way? When you do this daily, you will have many ideas. And there's many tools also to create your online tribe now. And every person should build their online tribe online. Okay. So this is the last slide today. My overnight success has taken 32 years. This is Grant. 700 interviews, 11,000 unpaid speaking gigs, 2,000 paid speaking gigs, 3 million air miles, 5 PR firms, 5 partnerships, 5,000 newsletters, 3,200 videos, 1,100 articles, 150,000 plus social media posts, immeasurable amounts of criticism and ridicule. This is how Cardone became Cardone. He became omnipresent. You are guaranteed success at creating a super life if you merely refuse to what? Quit. That's the lesson of today, the most important. The one thing that will change your life is the level of commitment, and never quit on the 7 areas of your life. And that's how you can build a 10x super life. How to take care of every area of your life. That's what you learned today. And at least start from tonight. Take the paper and the pen and start. Okay. Income. What's my target? Family. What's my target? Wealth. What's my target? Health. What's my target? Recreational. What's my target? Community. What's my target? Got it? So you're with me? We're going to do this. And this is it for today. I want to thank you guys for, especially for the people who are committed from Sunday to Sunday, because you're helping me push myself, honestly, because I can decide Sunday not to do anything, just rest, just maybe plan some things. But people ask me, okay, do we have a workshop this Sunday? Do we have a workshop this Sunday? And because of you, honestly, it's pushing me also to learn extra things. And it's really, honestly, before helping you, helping me. So I thank you for that, honestly. I needed to hear those things from Grant today. I needed to manage my life exactly how he talked about in this training. And see you next Sunday for the 10X Super Live Part 4. Love you all. Book yourself next Sunday. Bye-bye.